In today's video, we're going to be showing you how easy it is to flush your tankless water heater. This service, if you hire a professional to do it, can be anywhere between $100 to $300 every time you have it done. So year over year, you can save money by purchasing a few simple tools, a pump, and some hoses, and you can totally tackle this project yourself and save a ton of money. Okay, so this is our tankless water heater that we're going to be servicing today, made by Noritz. And these are the components that we're going to be using to do this flush with. So you can purchase these items individually, and I'll leave them linked in the video description. And you can probably get this for cheaper. You can get a cheap pump for about 30 bucks and the hoses for another 10 or 15. But this whole kit was $71. It comes with this container that you can use to simultaneously flush the vinegar. That's what we're going to be pumping through the system, and you can store everything. It comes with the lid, and this is a much better pump than the $30 one that you can purchase that's just for water heaters. This has a barbed fitting, so you can actually use this for multiple things, like pumping out water on the cover of our pool, or just pumping water out in the case of an emergency. If your basement is flooded, this will pump out 1,100 gallons per hour. So it's a super versatile pump to have. And I love the fact that we can put it all in here. It's all in one place, so that next time we need to flush the water heater, we're not dinking around looking for all of these separate items. So I love that about this kit. If you're watching on TV, I'll make sure and leave it linked up here in the corner. And again, I'll make sure and leave this as well as the individual products down in the video description. And lastly, what we're going to need is 2 gallons of vinegar. Some people say 3. I think 2 is definitely sufficient, and super cheap at the grocery store, a couple bucks a piece, probably less. So what we're going to do first of all is unplug our tankless water heater. So we're just going to unplug it from the outlet right here, and we'll notice that our display will go blank. And then we're going to shut off the water to our main supplies here. So this is going to be our hot side. This we left unglued intentionally so that we can close this, and I'll probably have to take that off to access this here. So these are our flush valves here. So we're going to unthread both of these, and we'll get our hoses connected. And just for safe measure, we're also going to shut off our gas, just to make sure nothing happens and this thing isn't going to try and come on by itself. All right, so we have both hoses connected here. We managed to get that one on. This was able to pivot a little bit. I'm actually noticing here that this has been dribbling out. So once we're done with our flush, we're going to take this off and reseal it so I don't get a bunch of discoloration on the top of this. Now down here we have our blue, or our cold side, attached to our pump. That's snug. And then we're just going to kind of make it to where our discharge, that's just going to be pushing the vinegar that's going through this water heater. That's just going to push it back into this tank, and it's just going to recirculate in a loop. So we'll now take our vinegar and we'll simply fill up this bucket. All right, so there's all of our vinegar. Okay, so before we turn our pump on, we're going to open up these valves here, and that's going to allow these hoses to recirculate. Now we're ready to go ahead and plug our pump in, and we'll see what we got. Okay, so our pump is starting to change pitch here. I think it didn't really have a prime since it's brand new. There we go. Okay, now we're getting these air bubbles worked out. You can hear it circulating through this now. Beautiful. See how much is coming out here. So don't be scared if this doesn't initially start pumping immediately. It is going to take a second to kind of prime, and already we can see some green stuff coming out of this. It's getting cloudy. They say with vinegar to let this run for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So you're totally fine to just let this run and go about your business and come back in a couple hours. So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll see what the water looks like. All right, guys, so it has been over probably 2.5 hours, and the water is definitely blue. We can see some stuff way down there, some sediment that we've caught. This is a relatively new water heater. This is about a year and a half old. So, and in addition to that, we also have this ACB filter and the carbon filter. So this makes a huge difference. These get really dirty, but if you did not have this in your home, which a lot of homes don't, all of that's going to get trapped in your tankless water heater. So I wasn't expecting this to be super dirty, being as that was the case, but I did want to show you guys how you can do this and save a bunch of money every year. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to unplug our pump. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to get the vinegar out of the water heater, and in order to do that, we need to empty this vinegar back into our 2 gallons, and that will leave room in here for us to flush this vinegar out, and then we can put everything back how it was. All right, so we got that water drained into these containers, and you can definitely tell it's got a different color to it for sure, but we can absolutely reuse that next time we're gonna flush our water heater. So we can just label these and make sure they're dedicated for this purpose. The next thing that we're gonna do is check this filter right here. And a lot of people don't realize that that is a filter there, and they might skip this process or this part of it. So we're just gonna use our channel locks, just crack this loose. If it hasn't been off in a while, it might be pretty sticky, but we'll see what this screen looks like once we take it out. As you can see, there is some junk in there, so we'll give this a clean and put it back in. Okay, so we got this screen all cleaned out. We're simply gonna thread that back in. And next what we're gonna do is flush this water heater. So just give that a snug. Don't over tighten this, just give it a little bit of a snug there. Okay, so now we're just gonna do a freshwater flush. So all we're gonna do is close off this valve that goes to the intake from our pump. So we don't really even need this hose anymore. We could go ahead and take it off. And then we're gonna slowly open up this valve. And what that's gonna do is allow this fresh water to go through the heat exchanger and back out of this hose since this one is closed. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got water coming out here. Just gonna run that until we get a full glass of water there, just like that. Just gonna let that go for a little bit. Make sure all of our vinegar has escaped. And this also will make sure that there's no water pockets in the system. All right, I think we're good with that amount there. So now we can go ahead and close off this. And now our water heater is full of water. So now we can simply take our red hose off of here and we can open our valves back up. All right, so both valves are off. We can go ahead and throw these caps back on, and then we can go ahead and open these up. That is officially complete there. Everything is completely done. I went ahead and put some new tape on here so we shouldn't have any leaks there, but we'll keep that monitored. All right, all we've got to do now is turn our gas back on, plug our water heater back in, and we'll be back in business. All right, folks, we're back up and running with 0 leaks, and we've got everything put back in our box and ready to go for next year. And I can use that pump if I need it for anything else. We've got a nice sealing lid here, so we can store this under the water heater. Put this right here if we want, just so we've got it in place. And we are back in business. No more leaks here. Everything is golden, and we're good to go. Well guys, this flush was super easy, and as you saw, it didn't require much. I was really happy with the results and how easy this process was. Now, if you're curious how to flush a tanked water heater, make sure and check out this video right here where we walk you through that process from start to finish. I was amazed how much junk came out of my tanked water heater before I converted over to a tankless. Until next time, you guys be safe. Later.